All right, people, what the hell is going on? It is time for me to. It should be time for me to take my ass to bed. It's fucking 3, 4 in the morning, whatever damn time it is. But this is something I want to discuss. Quick video. It's sharing caring, and that's not even an accurate title. It just sounded like a title I want to use when I was about to do the video. But it's like ain't nobody watching these videos, but I always just say that most of the stuff as far as dating, online dating and stuff, don't get out the inbox. A lot of it don't even get past the first or second message. And then the stuff that goes, if there's a number exchange, that doesn't go anywhere either. It goes down, pretty goddamn quick. You know what I'm saying? But I had a number. It wasn't even a typical number exchange. It was one of them. It was some shit. And he spelled out ABC. You just having a regular conversation that was going pretty good. Oh my God. He was and they asked me something about, just say, I'm cooking. And what's on the menu? What you cooking? And then they say, I send you a video. I'm like, all right. But you can't send video through the thing. She said, well, shit, I got to get your number to send you the link to the video. And that's how it was. It just, it wasn't no typical, just give me your number so we can talk type of shit. That's how it is. But it ended up texting a couple times until she asked me, "What's your real first name?" And I was like, for people I run across online, the name I use online, Harris, is what you get. You know what I'm saying? Until I get to know you, I don't start giving out my name and stuff like that. If I don't know you like that, that's how I operate. You know what I'm saying? I brought that up because since that exchange, I hadn't heard from her no more, and I don't expect to hear from her. I was the last person to send a message, so if I don't hear from her, I'm just like, okay, she didn't like the fact that I didn't just up and tell her my first name and shit like that. Which is fine. Miss Yolanda, because that damn sure wasn't the name. When I was talking to a motherfucker online, it was Michelle, and then I get a Yolanda calling my phone. Texting my phone. So come on now, pot calling the kettle. But I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for your name. But I don't give people just that right up front. Now, if we interacting with each other, if we done got to the point where we done met and all this other stuff, now I'm gonna keep going by the name I go by. If you go by all my social media, include my dating profiles, have the same fucking name on there. That name has a meaning. It's a reason I go by that name. It ain't some name I just made up, to use, whenever. So, you take it how you want it. But my real name is, unless we all, unless we already started interacting with each other, hanging out and stuff like that. And I'm going to keep going by my real name, which means I ain't going to really hide my other name. I'm not going to go out of my way because it's plainly obvious. If you around me, you know what I'm saying, and we doing this and doing that or whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying, that information will be available at a glance. You know what I'm saying? It just is. I ain't gonna try to hide it. It is what it is.
I'm hoping you got some stuff for me.
But I'm not finna just get it because I know how motherfuckers is. They get your name and you already got my phone number. You finna start playing detective and shit like that. It's just I'm just, even though you not gonna find shit, I don't want to give you the opportunity. Maybe that's a flaw on my end. You know what I'm saying? It might be. But it's just a flaw on my end, you know what I'm saying? They get it, then they finna start trying to play detective and shit like that. You know what I'm
He
saying?
had bought these clippers to shave his hair off when he
Doing
chemo.
background searches and all this other kind of shit. If you think I'm hiding something,
I mean, this has not
then
been able to close.
that's fine on you. You can do it. You can scoop right the fuck on.
And then
Cause I tell the motherfucker right up front, whatever you looking for,
So I've touched them, and my mom has.
you ain't gonna find.
This Timex watch that he.
But it really don't matter because whatever you looking for,
And this is.
I done probably did.
And
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you looking for, I done probably did. And somewhere in my
what we
past.
need to do is preserve
You ain't gonna find it documented nowhere.
what
You know what I'm saying? I've been around for a while. I done been here and done that. So whatever it is you trying to see if I done probably done it. But you don't need to know that.
you would have to give.
You know what I'm saying? You don't need to know that. That ain't none of your business. Anything past the time I started talking to ain't none of your goddamn business. That's how I look at it.
So yeah, you do have certain
You know.
character traits that are in your.
Now, should you do your due diligence? You damn sure better.
If we get the
I'm sitting there watching a goddamn show right now. That's what you hear in the background on HBO Max. Is a show about this serial rapist and serial killer and shit. You know, it just
This here.
shit happened back in the 70s. They didn't have all this other shit we got now. But yeah, you damn sure better. You damn sure should. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, however you get your information is how you get your information, but that don't mean I'm just for to start
This is a pair of.
spilling all my business because I don't all the stuff
This is the
that
nitrogen used to drive around as.
you might be looking for as far as pertaining to me. I feel it ain't fucking necessary.
And
You know what I'm saying?
Build Jim's DNA.
I know me,
And if we can do that.
but you got to get to know me. But you ain't finna get to know me by sitting here doing some goddamn research and trying to look up some shit on some stuff that happened in the past that you ain't gonna find because all my dirt ain't documented unless you find some speeding tickets or some shit like that, moving violations or something. If you looking up shit on me, that's all you gonna find. If you find anything, however that goddamn system works, you ain't gonna find nothing but a bunch of shit between me and the county and me and the city of Houston, regarding some traffic violations or some shit like that. That's it. That's all you gonna find.
Hey.
Uh,
Ready for this?
Anything else?
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't. You ain't for to find no criminal, felony, misdemeanor, none of that shit. You ain't for to find it. You know what I'm saying? Am I guilty of a bunch of that shit at some point in my past? Yep. I done plenty. You know what I'm saying? I done plenty. Ain't nothing documented. So,
Melissa is
you know,
joining us to give
ain't no use you looking.
Jim's biological daughter.
Because, all that shit is in the past, and we all got shit we taking to the grave. It is what it is, you know. Unless you know some secret dark web secrets to secret dark web secrets. What the fuck did I just say? Secret dark web shit where you can get down and dirty into some shit. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Somebody done did some goddamn funny ass surveillance on me or some shit like that, which I seriously doubt. I am a very uninteresting person when it comes to shit like that. Very boring. You know what I'm saying? You'd be very disappointed. But I don't need to give you that access. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got a safe right here. It's locked, got the combination, they got a key to it for its backup, and all that shit is put away. That safe is empty. Ain't even shit in the safe. You know what I'm saying? I give you the key, I give you the combination to get inside the goddamn safe, and you open it up and this motherfucker is empty.
The DNA testing that was going on.
Yeah, well, shit.
Touching those could be
That's pretty much it.
now with
But I'm not for to give you the key and the combination to get into my empty safe. It's just because you don't need to be in there regardless. It just ain't nothing in there.
okay, we see this person, and this person.
So that's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And
Reference samples from you
when when I didn't get no response back, and it's been day or so, And I don't think I'm gonna get a response back because I don't double text people. If you don't text me back, if I'm the last person that I just won't message you until I hear from you again. That's just it. So I don't know. Now, do you just tell? Shit, I'm not an open book. I'm not.
What is the likelihood of finding
I'm not an open book.
DNA in a
Yeah, ask me, I'll tell you. No, I ain't one of them
Yeah,
people.
it's
A lot of women be like, ask me, I'll tell you.
it's how much.
And I'm not an ass person. I'm not finna sit in and ask you a whole bunch of shit. I think that's another
It's like normal.
fault in my conversation of
Sometimes cut open.
of some sort, to where I'm not that inquisitive. I'm not finna ask you a whole bunch of questions about
There's a large stain that we see.
whatever it is you got going on or had going on. You know, at the end of the day, I don't care.
And then can you
I got my own shit to deal with.
blood?
You know what I'm saying? You know, I got my own shit to deal with. I don't need to hear about what you got going on. You know what I'm saying?
And if it is his,
If it's some shit you want to share, you know, you go right the hell on. I ain't gonna stop you.
and then if it isn't,
But I'm not finna ask
it takes us down maybe a different
because I'm not really interested.
So
Unless you just happen to mention some shit that falls somewhere within some of my interests. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, no, I'm not for the fucking ass. I don't care. I talk random. You know what I'm saying? My conversation is really random. You know, about shit. You know, you run across people online. I just talk.
This will give us a DNA profile.
You know what I'm saying? I don't go into the whole typical, so tell me about yourself type of shit. And you just like, that typically ends it. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time what I do is when somebody bring up that, so tell me about yourself shit,
Being able to talk about Jim.
I go look at my profile. Whatever you need to know, and that aspect is on my profile.
That has been the best gift.
You know what I'm saying?
I've ever had. Because for the first time in my life, we're
I don't know.
without him looming.
It's like if you watch football, if you watch primetime football where they had the players, they show the players do the little introductions and shit. That's how the shit would be.
It's been the best thing. It's brought all of you.
It probably won't even be that long. You know, that shit is just brief. They be like such and such name.
I feel like there are things that I should have addressed. It's made me.
They say their position. Yeah, I'll be like such and such. What Harris? Whatever my goddamn name is.
It's hard.
Call me Harris.
Knew to be true.
Linebacker,
Yes,
Oregon State University. That's it. That's it. That would be the goddamn.
When I had Sierra,
That would be the
I
extent
saw my mom did.
of my
So it made
of
me
my
mad.
yo.
Because
Tell me
I
about
had
yourself.
their instinct to just protect
And
the kid.
they'll be like, what? Well, shit, that's it. You don't need to know no more than that. Unless we start talking, everything else will come out. If you ain't willing to put in no goddamn time to get to know nobody,
For a
then
long time.
you know you want somebody to just go bleh,
So I've had to
Stick
tell
a bunch of
myself
shit out at you.
stories that she
Bleh.
stayed with him to save me.
right at just bleh. There you go. Everything you want to know right
I don't know
there.
if it's true.
No.
It would surely
No,
make things
because
a lot easier.
if I go blood, then I gotta start picking shit back up. Nah, you don't. Nah, you don't need to know that. You don't need to know that. Okay, we're gonna take all this shit back. You know what I'm saying?
it was
None of
my
that.
fault that she didn't want to come and see me.
We gonna take all that back. You don't need to know none of that. All that shit was
raised that
none of your business.
when you're
I've
married,
learned to keep
your
it
husband is very important.
inside
never
before
go to
you
bed
spit
mad
it out.
kind
It
of
ain't,
thing.
no, I'm not
I
finna
don't
do all of
fun
that.
At all.
Now I know it's upsetting the people. I know it turns a lot of people off, but
Because I missed her. I missed her.
you know, you gotta be who you gonna be.
I
That's
thought
who I
she was
am.
weak,
I
and
am the
was.
keep my business to myself type of person.
But I
You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got no,
doing it out of survival.
I ain't got no business
Out of
that really needs to be out there for people to know. You don't, whatever I got going on for the most part, you don't need to know.
You know, out of
And-
this fog and talking about stuff and
In most people's opinion, the stuff that I got on my profile is the TMI type of shit, oversharing. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, the stuff that I got on my dating profile, because all my dating profiles are the same. I'll make a bio, and whatever dating profiles I go to, I copy and paste that same bio everywhere. So all of them say the same thing.
Maybe I'm not not as weak as she thought.
Yeah.
And
And a lot of people consider the stuff that I have on there either TMI, oversharing, or whatever the fuck. Why would you say that? That's what you need to know. You know, the stuff that you need to know. I tell you, you got that information before you even get to me, before you even get in the inbox. You know what I'm saying? Before you even decide to swipe on me, if you one of the people that actually read profiles before you swipe, because I definitely ain't. That's why I end up with so many men. Ugh. You know, it's just like,
Oh yeah.
why would you?
We have a statistic.
Because I'm like, like I said, if you get to that right there, that's the shit you need to know. All this right here, all this information I got in my profile is readily available before we even get any contact with each other. If you don't like any of that, you can move right along right then.
Now we have a statistic of 1 million.
A lot of people don't do that.
We have,
You know what I'm saying? They skip right over that information and they look at your pictures. They might think that the pictures are okay and, want to talk to you and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. That's when they start asking all them questions. I send them to the profile. No, you need to go read the profile. If you asking me this right here, that means you didn't read the profile. Because that answer is right up front. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a long profile, goddammit. This is right up front. Want that information. The information you need to know is available to you before you even talk to me.
But do they have something from a scene?
And then the information, the information that you really is that's not on a need to know basis, but a want to know basis, is stuff that you really have to kind of earn from me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a trickle down. You gotta, if you want to know this and such about me, you have to spend time with me, in the actual conversation, or spend time interacting with me to be able to absorb that. It's not something I'm finna just spit out and tell you. You know what I'm saying?
let's just double check.
And women are like that.
Okay.
They are. They like that. That's how they are with their pussy. You know what I'm saying?
With no blood.
That's how they are with their pussy.
Our focus now is taking the DNA profile.
Well, shit. If I'm the same way with your pussy,
Potential evidence.
if I'm the same way with my information that you are with your pussy, you know what I'm saying? It's just, okay, you ain't just trying to be giving that out all over the goddamn place and shit like that. Well, I ain't trying to give my information up all over the goddamn place.
Hair clippers, nail clippers.
Sounds vulgar to say it that way, but that's exactly it. You know, that's the one for one right there.
Knife is.
That's the one for right there. But you ain't trying to get your pussy up all over the goddamn place, and I ain't trying to give up my information all the goddamn place.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's it.
Background.
That's it. It's as simple as that.
B6.
So, and I can't stress myself out over that. Like you say, you let people deal what they do. If they bounce, they bounce.
B3.
If they bounce, they bounce. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of other people out there.
Area, which is
Find somebody else, re-roll the dice, see if it worked. You know, eventually you'll run across somebody that get it. You know what I'm saying? You roll somebody that get it. Or at least with somebody that decide to stick with it long enough to get through it. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, okay, you know, pretty decent dude. You know,
what do I say if he says
all this other shit, whatever. You know, I'm 48 now. So, you know, 47 and back, that ain't got shit to do with shit right now. You know what I'm saying? It don't. You have to deal. I got to deal with what's going on right now.
we'll get changed?
You know what I'm saying? I don't need to know too much about your past and all this. I need to know what's going on right now. That's what I'm going to be figuring out while I'm interacting with you. Not gonna be asking a whole bunch of goddamn questions and shit like that. Nah, I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not gonna be doing that. You know, digging and prying and trying to figure shit out. Motherfucker playing detective. I know that motherfuckers is inquisitive and
Are we good?
you know all that. Nah, but I ain't finna do it.
This is our
You know what I'm saying?
chance to get the Sonoma
Now I'm one of them
Commission
people that you know they kind of
convince
put
them
pieces
that
together and shit like that. But you know that's just shit that I just casually pick up and keep track of and shit like that.
it's all.
You know, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just an innate thing that happens. It ain't nothing special. Everybody does it to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Okay, she said this, and she said that, and every once in a while, somebody say some shit, and they'll say some shit later on that don't click. Like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? But even then, you can't jump too far into that, because people say shit all the goddamn time that don't match up. It don't mean that they are technically lying about shit. You know, people misremember or misspeak all the time. You know, depends on what the hell y'all talking about. You know, depends on what you're talking about, what the discussion is, whether somebody is misspeaking or misremembering, or if they lying about something. You know, figure that out along the way. But you ain't got to go digging, because at a certain point, it's just some shit that just ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Some shit ain't worth it. It's inconsequential. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But motherfuckers out here want to know my real name? No, I'm not finna give you my real name. You know what I'm saying? Is it hard to figure out my real name? No. It's not. It's not. Like I said, if we interacting with each other, it's not. It's gonna be in plain sight somewhere. You know, it's gonna, you know, I'm not gonna try to hide it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I might give you my goddamn debit card or my shit like that to go in the goddamn gas station to pay for gas at the pump or some shit like that. Name is on that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, it ain't gonna be like, I got some explanation of why the name is different than what you've been calling me. Just, I don't know. Like I said, it's not like I'm using the name that I done made up. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Well, people trip me out. Because I'm like, y'all too into this whole meaning thing, and it's like I said, it's understandable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a female. I'm not really worried about nobody grabbing me or snatching me off nowhere. Sick as I am now, I am still way too big for motherfuckers to be trying to snatch off and do shit with. That would be very unpleasant for them. I can't even say it's gonna be unpleasant for me, because that's to be understood already. But I'm like, you wouldn't enjoy it. You wouldn't enjoy it. You'd be wasting your goddamn time. But you know what I'm saying? I understand where motherfuckers got to take precautions and shit like that, but
I think you will look at it for sure.
I don't fault them at all. But I don't know. It's just let it happen. Cat scratching at the door. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about this early in the morning. I'll catch y'all on the flip side of whatever the fuck I come back. Sooner or later, I'll start making my regular videos and shit like that, but that will be when stuff starts to actually happen around here. So we shall see. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
That was my goal.